What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, as I bring to you one of the best NFL draft series on the internet. We not only get to take and enjoy the highlights that are playing at the bottom of the screen right now, but also we got the actual person on the show, so you get to know about the human being, the person underneath the helmet. And with the NFL draft, y'all, it's literally 5 weeks away. We're going to talk about his pro day that he has later this month in March, the work that he's putting in. And what's cool, this is my second time interviewing him. I actually had this gentleman, I got to do an exclusive interview in person at the Tropical Bowl. For those who don't know, what is a Tropical Bowl? Well, it's a event where NFL scouts from all 32 NFL teams come out, and they get the opportunity to take and interview the players and get to see them in person, go through practice, and it's a really dope event where, you know, a few of the guys even get to eventually get drafted and picked up by NFL teams. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. Before I introduce him, I got to, man, we got some stuff to talk about. He's a two-time All-Southland selection, as voted on by many league head coaches. Fourth running back in school history to rush for 1,000 yards in a season. School's fourth all-time leading rusher with 2,600 yards. Hot dang, that's a lot of yards. Set the third best single season rushing mark in program history, 1,158 yards. That was just last year, y'all. He played 33 games, making 29 starts during his career, carried the ball 504 times for 2,600 yards, 5.2 yards per carry, and then it's 18 touchdowns. So he averaged 78.8 rushing yards per game. He ultimately ended his career with a show here, 10 100 rushing yard games, hauled in 23 passes for 193 yards. Guys, this dude is an NFL running back, and we're going to talk about his receiving capabilities because that's on a whole other level. Ladies and gentlemen, running back from Lamar University, Kalan Griffin. Kalan, how you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing good. Super excited, that you have me on this interview today. Super excited to get it kicked off. I appreciate all the stats and stuff that you read off there. That was pretty cool. But yeah, man, I'm just ready to get this interview kicked off and let people know about who I am and the following season I just had and what's to come.
Yeah, absolutely, man, bro. I'm so blessed to have you on too, man. Dude, take us from the very, very beginning, man. Where are you from originally? What was it like growing up there? And then also, when did you first fall in love with the game of football?
So I moved around quite a bit. I was born in Greenwood, Mississippi. My family, we moved there, moved to Slidell, Louisiana for a little bit. Then Hurricane Katrina hit, and we were pretty affected by that. And so my dad ended up moving us to Mobile, Alabama. So that's Mobile, Alabama is kind of where I spent most of my younger years, pretty much all the way up to sixth grade. And I would say that's pretty much why I fell in love with football. I started playing football when I was around 4 or 5 years old, playing tackle football. I played for this organization called the West Mobile Buccaneers, and that's why I found my love for the game. I started off playing O-line. I saw one of my friends carrying the rock, and I was like, man, hey coach, I want to be a running back. And so then I just asked him, I was like, can I carry the football? And then I guess my first carry went for 6. That's what my mom and dad tell me, and then the rest is history from there.
That's so dope, man. That's very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that Katrina situation was wild. That's actually how I met my wife, man. So
Yeah.
my wife's from out that way. And how did your family make out okay? You guys did all right, or?
Oh yeah. We all got out okay. It was cool. We had to end up evacuating the city and stuff like that. And then I don't really remember too much because I was a young buck because I was just born in 2002, so I don't really remember that much. But
Okay.
I kind of remember being in the car, seeing how bad the situation was, how bad the disaster was. But
Yeah.
whenever we moved to Mobile, Alabama, it kind of just restarted us, gave us new life, and
Yeah.
it kind of took off from there.
That's dope. Mobile's a great city, man. Really
Oh
awesome
yeah, I
place.
love it. Yes sir.
Love it, man. Man, so growing up, man, you played a lot of football growing up, man. You're a legend in your town, man. You represent Tyler, Texas. Man, when did what was your first like aha moment? What was that spark that somebody even called an epiphany where you realized like, man, one day I could be a professional football player one day?
So man, I'll take you back into to my sophomore year. Uh, so my freshman year, I skipped playing freshman ball and went straight to JV. And
Yeah.
I had a really good season on JV. But at the end of the day, I would come home and my dad would be like, it's JV, like it's
Yeah.
not varsity yet. And so he made me, bulk up to 180, so that I would be able to withstand the hits. So I actually played quarterback back then, and
Oh,
I ended up starting my sophomore year. We played Wills Point, which is a team that's probably like 30 minutes away.
yeah.
I ended up getting benched. Like things just didn't go my way. I was young. I was flustered. I didn't really know, like the ins and out of varsity football. Man, I came home that week. I'm talking about I got to work with my dad. Man, we got to work, and that's another reason why I'll get to this later. But that why I wanted to come back home and train with him and him be a part of my training regimen for this NFL,
Yeah.
journey. But anyway, so yeah, we hit it hard with him, and he just told me like, man, like believe in yourself and just be confident. And so we go out the next game. We play White House, which is our crosstown rival, right?
Yeah.
We play them. I mean, first play of the game, we got a quarterback sweep called
Yeah.
to the left.
Mhm.
I catch the ball. The right defensive end comes unblocked,
Yeah.
and I I don't know. I mean, I just figured some way how to escape his tackle. I mean, he was huge. He was like 6'5", 260, committed to Texas State. I
Dang.
broke off his tackle, took it for about 70. I mean, the rest is history. That's kind of like when a light flip, like the light switch flipped for me, and I was like, man, like I can really do this at a high level. And then my sophomore season just took off after that. And actually, my first Division I offer was my sophomore year from Texas State from that play, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. So
That's
I
cool.
mean, I guess they were at the game and they saw it, and I ended up rushing for like 200 yards that game, throwing for like another 150. It was just like my welcome to like high school football moment. You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, yeah, man, I can play this game at a high level. Then another example I give you is
Mhm.
my freshman year at Rice.
Yeah.
Uh, so we're in fall camp
Mhm.
and COVID's going on. So all of our running backs go down right before
Ooh.
the first scrimmage. So it's just
Yeah.
me and my other buddy that came in with me as a freshman. His name's Kobe Campbell.
Yeah.
It's just me and him, and we get a call from the running back coach that night, and he's like, "Y'all better drink water because the head man's gonna be upset if we have to shut down the scrimmage because y'all start cramping or something." So we're like, "Okay, bet." You know what I'm saying? We get on the water or
Ooh.
whatever. I mean, I don't know what it was, but I went out there, man. I had a day. I mean, I rushed for about like 267 yards, caught like four passes for like 70 yards.
Yeah.
Against the first, second, and third team defense because it was just me and him. So we had to go against every defense. I scored like 2 touchdowns against the first team defense, and that's what jolted me into the top two at the running back position
Yeah.
while I was at Rice because I did play. I started around like I say I started probably like 7 or 8 games during my Rice
Yeah.
career, my first 2 years, and
Yeah.
had a great time at Rice. Don't want that to go overlooked. Like I really enjoyed my time at Rice. Really enjoyed the coaching staff we had there. Really, like I still talk to some of my best friends from there. Still to this day. So yeah, that was a great but that was just a moment in my mind where I was like, man, like if I'm a freshman and I can go out there and run with those boys like that, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I feel like I could probably do this one day, at the next level.
That's so dope, man. Thank you for sharing that. That's really really cool, man. And it's really like your origin. You see like the Marvel movies. Everybody got an origin story. That's your
Yeah,
origin
right.
story, man. That was your moment where if they make a movie on your life, man,
Yes,
that's
sir.
what it would be. So that is really freaking cool, man. And I like that you talked about like some of the different schools were interested in you, and then of course, you get on to Rice University. Super dope. And eventually, you find your way over to Lamar. That's some of the best football in college football, man. There's so many gems. And one thing I want to highlight, man, for NFL scouts who are watching this, whichever team takes and selects him, right? This guy is a running back. And I understand he didn't have too many receiving yards last year. But bro, you in the slot, when I saw you cooking dudes at the Tropical Bowl, I was there.
Yeah.
Follow him on Twitter or me on Twitter. I mean, it's on the internet, man. And bro, you were cooking cats, bro. Your separation was crazy. And then you're a high energy dude. You are not a sleeper, no pun intended.
Yes, sir.
Like, but man, like, talk to me about like. But what I'm trying to say is like, so like a lot of running backs, I think it was probably like 03, 04. There was a running back by the name of Brian Westbrook. Is he
Mm-hmm.
the first receiver running back? No, but he's the first running back that I remember in NFL history that really revolutionized the position
Yeah.
because he would run 75 yards, but then he would have 100 yards of receiving, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And your style, I'm an old head. I'm a little older. I'm 36, man. But man, like your style kind of reminds me of Brian Westbrook, legendary Eagles running back,
Yeah.
right? Just kind of like the way you play, man. Your release. Talk to me about some of like the work that you've been putting in, man, just really to get ready for your pro day at the end of this month.
So like even like to go along with the like that kind of route running ability and stuff that you're talking about, like
Yeah,
so I've been training with my trainer Ricky
yeah,
since I mean pretty much my sophomore year of high school, you know what I'm saying? So that's who actually I'm training with now for my pro day, you know, getting ready for pro day and stuff with him and my pops. You know, Ricky kind of does my like speed, agility, plyometric work, recovery and stuff like that. And my dad, you know, me and him, we just hit the weight room, you know, real heavy and getting ready for that in that aspect. But yeah, so Ricky actually a little bit background on him. He went to A&M Commerce, put up 1,100 yards, went UDFA to Green Bay as a receiver, and then played in the CFL for I think 5 to 6 years.
wow,
Had an 1,000 yard season one year. Really well known in the CFL. So
yeah,
I feel like a lot of like me and him after we get finished, you know, with our workouts and stuff, we'll go run routes and he'll, you know, lace me up on what I should do differently here or what I should do differently here or like when I'm running an angle route, what I need to do to per se like get that linebacker to bite and then boom, you know, swipe across his face and stuff like that. You know, he's kind of gave me like the nuance and the how should I say it like the finesse of kind of playing receiver too that I didn't really get to too much show at Lamar, which you
yeah,
know what I'm saying I'm not really tripping on it because you know we had people you know that played that role like my buddy Major, you know he was really good in
yeah,
that role and stuff like that, but you know just getting back with him right before the Tropical Bowl, kind of fine tuning some of those things that I didn't really get to do that much at Lamar, you know, getting them back ready for the Tropical Bowl because I knew you know we'd have to run routes and stuff there,
yeah,
and you know I mean I feel like the scouts, like you can go look at the tape and see that you know I can run the ball. I had almost 1,200 rushing yards this past year. I wanted to kind of go to the Tropical Bowl and kind of show like, hey, you know I'm a pass catcher too. I feel like I have really soft hands, can run really good routes, create really good separation. You know, because I feel like that's really needed at the next level, anyways. Because like you said, the games, because like people want running backs that can catch now, and I understand
yeah,
that, and I want to be able to fit that mold as a downhill, hard nosed running back and also
yeah.
somebody that can split out wide or come out the backfield, you know, and make plays in the passing game as well.
Yeah, and I'll add just kind of the cherry on top too, man. Like you caught everything that was thrown your way from what I saw. Like,
Yes, sir.
if I recall, please correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was Taylor Elgersma who was at the Reese Senior Bowl. For
Yep.
those who don't know that name, he's another quarterback who's a NFL draft prospect and who the Giants were trying to hog him all to himself for half an hour. But this guy, his darts, I mean, his accuracy was
Yeah.
just boom, boom, boom. Like he was beating the ball, beating it down the road, beating
Hmm.
down the field is what I meant to say. But yeah, man, like you were catching everything, bro. So like you, it looks like you play receiver your whole life, but no, you run the ball like you play running back your whole life. What I'm trying to say is that you can really take and do it all. How are your blocking skills? For those who kind of may have that question for you, how would you say your blocking skills are?
I would say my blocking skills are fine. I would say, I mean, there's not too many times you're going to see on tape that I get beat in pass pro. You know, everybody has, you know, a blue here and there where, you know, they may, like, oh, we came in this week thinking that they're going to be bull rushers. And
Yeah,
then we get up there and they kind of swipe my hands off, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, there's not too many times on tape that I'm just getting stonewalled, getting ran through. Like I feel like my pass blocking is honestly probably a well above average. I feel like it's you know
yeah,
pretty good honestly because I really take pride in because honestly pass blocking is another reason of how I got on the field early at Rice as well
yeah,
because a big thing at Rice was you know if you couldn't pass block if you didn't know you know pass protection like the plays well you couldn't play because Rice's playbook was really complex and we had a whole bunch of different rules. It was very similar to an NFL offense. Very similar rules to NFL offense on how we did pass pro. But Coach Picasso, Coach Bloomgren, and Coach Laboda, they got me ready for all that. I mean,
yeah,
it was during COVID, so I had nothing but time to study. I mean, we get on Zoom calls and just literally talk pass pro for about hour and a half. And honestly, I'll go on a limb and say this: like, in my opinion, though, pass pro is honestly 75% of just knowing who you have and where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? The other
Yeah.
25% is, just standing in there and delivering a blow and not letting them get to the quarterback. So I feel like I'm I feel like I'm great when it comes to pass pro. I don't really have too many concerns on that. I know that when the time comes, I'm not letting nobody hit the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like
Love that.
somebody hits the quarterback, I'll be off the field.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Very cool, man. And you had I seen you talking with a few different NFL teams, man. As far as like the scouts go, man. How were some of those conversations?
Man, those conversations were great. Like the Tropical Bowl was the first time that I had really got to get in front of scouts, kind of show them what I can do. I kind of felt like I was flying under the radar, anyways, and I felt like I kind of had a chip on my shoulder. I felt like I needed to go out there and show these guys, I belong here. Yeah, I went to a FCS school for my last 3 years of college, but FCS got ballers too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to put on for the FCS as well, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like we can play right with those guys from FBS, and I mean there was FBS talent at the Tropical Bowl, and we put on right with those guys. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, talking to the scouts were cool, man. I had really good conversations with the Jets, the Packers, the Commanders, the Steelers. I even talked to a couple CFL teams like Ottawa. I had really good conversations with
Yeah.
with those guys. And then after the Tropical Bowl, I've kind of been in contact with the Patriots and the Falcons and stuff like that. My agent's been hitting me up, letting me know what they've been talking about. So it's definitely been getting some traction. Getting some love. And now I mean it's just man, I'm just getting ready for pro day and going out there showing them what I can do. You know what I'm saying? That's the next big thing for me is pro day, and that's on
Yeah.
March 26th. And me, Ricky, and my dad, I got a team that I trust in, a team that my girlfriend too. I mean, I got my
Yeah.
mom, just everybody. I feel like I have a team back home, and that was another reason I chose to come back home and train because I feel like I have a close knit team. I see them every day, and they're just supportive and loving and just giving me all the right tools necessary to go to pro day on March 26th and go ham and show everybody what I can do.
Man, I love it. I'm excited for you, man. I gotta ask you, man, range. And if you could give me a ballpark answer, you don't have to be a solid answer, but 40 vert bench. What range do you what are some of your goals? What do you think that you're gonna take and hit on your pro day?
Okay, I'll say so I'm gonna start off with the 40 because I personally believe that that's probably gonna be the most important for me.
Yeah.
My 40 range, I see myself going anywhere from 4.45 to 4.52. I don't see myself running anywhere outside of that really.
Yeah.
I'd be very disappointed in myself if I did, but I feel
Yeah.
like I mean we've been putting in the work, we've been getting to it. That I feel like there's no doubt in my mind that I'll go to pro day and run up a high 4.4 to a really low 4.5.
Yeah.
Uh, as far as bench, I plan on doing around 15 to 18 reps on the bench press.
Okay.
I'm coming off like a little shoulder injury from the season, so
Yeah.
I've been really getting to that. I had a kind of really bad SC sprain this year,
Yeah.
uh, right here in my shoulder area, and like I was kind of having to get shot up for it a little bit, before the
Yeah.
games, kind of take the pain away a little bit. But that's
Yeah.
finally getting back healed up. So I feel like around 15 to 18 reps will be really good for me on the bench. And what you said, shuttle, right?
Yeah, shuttle and then vert.
Okay, yeah. My shuttle, I feel like my shuttle will be around the 4.2 to 4.0 range, four flat to 4.2, anywhere in between there. And then my vert, I feel like I'll jump. I feel like my range for the vert will be from like a 36 to a 32, and nothing less than a 32 though.
Yeah, I love it, man. No, those are all great numbers, man. What was pretty cool about you, and I watch this in your highlight reel as well too. Like you play fast.
Yes,
Some
sir.
cats they run and they like to joke, oh, the underwear Olympics. And look, take it for what it's worth. It is important to take and have your pro day and the NFL combine if someone does make it, the few who get selected. But the pro day, that's really where the magic happens. But also as well, like the speed that you play is fast. Like you're a really quick first step guy, man. Like you almost like dare I compare you to maybe your first step is similar to Le'Veon Bell. Like, you have a
Hmm.
very quick first. I noticed that, man. So
Yes, sir.
uh,
Yeah.
about your game, man. And I also want to shout out all the people who've been like you have a really good father, it sounds like, who just really pours into you, man. So the importance of having not only a male role model, but a father in your life, man, has really helped for you to become the man that you are today, man. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll sit here, and, I'll sit here and say this, man. My dad, he has a really special place in my heart. Anything I've ever asked him for was never just given to me. He always, made me work for it, or made me, you know what I'm saying, just like, yeah, it kind of made me work for it. Like, if I go ask him for something, I don't really get, we don't really get any handouts in my family. You know what I'm saying? So anything we want, he just tells go work hard for it, go pray for it, and you know what I'm saying. And if it's God willing, then it'll happen. And he's kind of just instilled that in us and my whole family. I mean, we got a family full of athletes. My sister's at A&M right now playing softball. She's on the
Wow.
A&M softball team. My little brother, he was at Lamar with me for a year. He's actually playing down in JUCO right now. He's at Blinn, but he had a really good season this past year. Getting a couple looks and stuff. And yeah, like I said, I mean, he's been around. Like he's been with us our whole lives.
Yeah.
Him and my mom, they've tried their best to make everything happen for us. And I mean, I just love spending time with him. I genuinely, if I grew up and I was just like him, I wouldn't be upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to grow up and be just like my dad. Everything that he's done for our family and did for me. I just probably could never really even thank him enough. And I mean, I'll say the same thing about my mom as well, though. I mean, my mom, she's
Yeah.
done the same thing. I just don't get that physical working out with my mom type beat, but she's there in like the emotional aspect. Like, if I
Yeah.
ever need somebody to talk to, she's there. If I ever need any advice or anything, she's there. They've just been there for me my whole life, and I can never thank them enough, for what they've done. And that's why I feel like, honestly, that they're part of my why. Their why is to go so
Yeah.
hard. Why I'm trying to go make this dream a reality for them. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, my whole life, I remember when I got benched, like I said, in high school. I mean, I came back and it was just my parents there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There wasn't any coaches or anything like that that was trying to get me through it. It was my parents, and they told me, like, what I'm saying, just believe in yourself and just continue to do what you do, and God will make everything work out.
Amen, bro. That's awesome. Hey, it takes a village, man. So
Yes,
uh,
sir.
very cool. I wanted to touch on something. I think it's important to highlight this in the interview as well for scouts. Again, hoping to learn more about you is your ability to adapt to new playbooks, man.
Hmm.
How quick are you able to take and learn a brand new playbook?
Very quick. I'm like that. That's another thing that I got to go back and kind of give kudos to my mom, because I feel like learning a new playbook is almost similar to being in class and doing schoolwork. And my mom, she's
Yeah.
an English professor at the college here in town, TJC. I mean, and she our whole life she's instilled, like, you're gonna make sure you have great grades. You're gonna make sure you do everything necessary to keep great grades and stuff like that. So that kind of goes hand in hand with, in my opinion, as to learning a new playbook. Like I said, like, that's another reason that I got on the field, extremely early at Rice, was because the kids that came in with me, like, it was kind of hard for them to adjust to, like, such a really complex playbook and juggle school at the same time. Well, me, it was kind of just like second nature. Like, I like the ins and outs of a playbook. I like studying the playbook, knowing exactly when my guard's supposed to snap off to the backer. So that way I know, okay, bet I got inside zone here. If it's blocked up perfectly, well, it's good. I just need to make sure that I'm in my right spot. Now we can go to the spot. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
just, and that's what took my game to a next level, another level this past season. Just sitting in the meetings with our O line coach and our O linemen. Just really building a strong bond with them, and also learning what they do. Because I kind of already had everything down at running back. I don't feel like running back's a very hard position to learn,
Yeah.
because I also played quarterback in high school, so I had to know what everybody had to do
You
anyway.
understand the whole offense, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I mean, shrinking it down to just running back, I'm like, okay, yeah, this smooth. Like, let me go learn what the offensive line's doing, so I can know. Okay, bet we running outside zone. Bet you working up to +1. Okay, cool. Now I know when you're supposed to snap off. Okay, now let's get busy. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, nah, I mean, I definitely don't think it'll be a issue. Learning a new playbook or anything like that. If anything, I'll look at it as like an extra hobby. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
fun to do stuff like that. Yeah, for sure.
I
Like,
love
I'm
it.
here to the point now where on NCAA I'm making my own playbooks. You feel me? So we're doing
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I love it. Oh yeah, the it was a college football 25, man.
Yeah.
I love that game, man. That's
It's
it's
fun. Yeah.
addicting. I had to be careful because then I stopped cooking for my family. Throw away
No,
all
me
my responsibilities, man.
nah,
Awesome, man.
for real.
Hey, let me ask you, man. 2 minute drill. It's probably my favorite question I'm gonna ask you today. 2 minute drill. Coach says, "Hey, receivers ain't catching the ball. You're gonna put the team on your back right now. Name 3 to 5 plays that are probably some of your favorite plays that will put your team in position to take and get a touchdown. And you got 80
Uh,
yards to get down the field.
Okay, we got 80 yards to get down the field. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start off with. I want to start off with some sort of outside zone type play. I'm not gonna give you, I guess, necessarily like plays. I'm gonna just give you schemes because that's kind of
Yeah.
like what we
That's
went
good.
off of. So like I want outside zone, and I want outside zone because like I like the fact that you can stretch. We called it at Lamar. We called it stretch and punch, stretch
Yeah.
and punch puncture. So I want to stretch that defense, and then I want to find the slightest crease that I can find, and now I want to hit that with extreme explosion.
It's that first
You
step we
know,
talked about.
yeah, and go the distance. And so actually thinking about that, my second year at Lamar, we had a 2 minute drill where
Yeah.
the coach kind of said, "Hey, like, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna put the team on your back here." And what did
Yeah.
they call for me? They called outside zone for me. And then I ended up getting like a 30, 40 yard run, sealing the game over. We're good.
Yeah.
Uh, and I guess the next play I would ask for, probably my favorite play from this past year that we ran at Lamar. I like to run power. I really do. If it's 2 minute, I'll say I'll even take it back and not even go 2 minute drill. Let's go 4 minute. We're already up and we're trying to ice the game. Four
Mhm.
minute 4 minute mindset. All
Yeah.
right, we're not fumbling. We're not coughing the ball up. We're gonna run power right at your face. I trust in my O line. I trust in my pulling guard to go kick, knock out whoever coming in that A gap, and we're finna run power right down the A gap. And I just feel like no team in our conference could really stop it. Like we ran power 3 plays, we was getting first down and more. You know what I'm saying? So power is another play I would probably ask to run. Outside zone power, inside zone I feel like is the bread and butter. And then honestly, I probably go with screen play. I really like screens because screens,
Ooh.
they get me out in open space, and we didn't really run a lot of them, but there was some times where my coach would be like, "Hey, like we're gonna run a screen right here. I want you to go make something shake." So
Yeah.
just a cool little step up, check pass pro, nothing coming. All right, let me get out when my guard gets out, catch the screen. Now, it's up to me now. I'm in open space. I got blockers in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I can do whatever it takes. Like, go make sure you win the game for us. You know what I'm saying? So those are probably three plays that I would say if it was 2 minute drill, I want to run. Outside zone power and screens.
Love that, man. Now, one of my last questions today, man. NFL scouts, man, they ask a lot of questions, man. They want to know about the player, what makes them different. Um, this is kind of a two-parted question, man. When it comes, there's a lot of running back. This is a deep running back draft, like probably one of two of the deepest drafts in the last decade. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
Agreed.
you are no slouch. You are a special player, man. You are very unique. Brian Westbrook meets Le'Veon Bell. Those are the two styles that I see. And you have soft hands, bro. You get separation. You run routes like just like better than a lot of receivers. But
Yes,
then
sir.
you're a running back, and you can put the team on your back as well too. And you have that talent as well. Um, what kind of sets you apart from other running backs in this year's draft?
And yeah, I feel like I think you asked me this during our exclusive interview too, and honestly,
Yeah,
my answer stays the same. Like
yeah,
I feel like the difference with me is, and I know like a lot of people may say it, but I just truly and genuinely believe this. Like when I step on the field, like it's like I have this dog mentality where I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm the best player out here on this field, and I'm gonna show it,
yeah,
and I'm gonna prove it, and I'm gonna go get the job done for my team to do whatever it takes to win. So, you know what I'm saying? Whether that's practice, whether that's game, it doesn't matter. Like I play hard. I like to play hard. I like to play fast, and I just like to have fun with the game. And I feel like that's honestly what sets me apart is that like you have some people that step on the field and they kind of it maybe just be like a hobby to them or something like that. But nah, I'm willing to, you know what I'm saying, I'm willing to put my life on the line out there. Like I'm genuinely willing, to go the distance to really, you know what I'm saying, like really do whatever it takes to make the team win. And
yeah,
that's where I don't know, man. It's just like I don't even know how to really explain it. It's just that dog mentality, that I have when I step on the field, and that's probably why people think I'm a high energy guy. But that's
yeah.
just me out there having fun and me just like yeah, man, like I love football. I love playing football. It's just that dog mentality. Like I don't know how to say it. Like you probably know what I mean. Like it's
Yeah,
hard
I
to
know exactly
explain.
what you mean. I saw you do it in person, man.
Yeah, you just got to
Yeah,
see it. Like you got to be out there and see it, man. Like I got like it's straight dog mentality where there's practice, a walkthrough, meetings. Like it don't matter. I take the same approach to each one of them. Like this is probably the most laid back you'll ever see me like talking about football. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're in a team setting and we're getting ready to go play or do meetings or have a practice, boop, flip, switches flipped, and that dog just comes out.
yeah.
So
I
yeah,
love
I
that,
would say
man.
that's what sets me apart. Nothing flashy, nothing fancy like all that other stuff. Nah, just straight dog. I'm straight dog. Just ready to get to work, ready to go do whatever it takes to make the team win.
Love that, man. And then last question today. You might have touched up on this a little bit, uh, but man, what do you want NFL scouts to know about you that they may not know already?
I want them to know that if if you draft me, if you pick me up, you're getting a devoted young man that's in tune with his faith, that's ready to come and make your program better, make your organization better. Like, I'm great locker room guy, always joking, talk to everybody. I don't like it, honestly. I'm probably honestly have more friends on the defensive side of the ball than the offensive side. You know what I'm saying? Like just very outgoing guy. You know what I'm saying? Just wanting to come in and make the organization better, make the locker room better, make you just and really have fun playing the game of football. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want teams to know. Like, hey, like, you're getting a football guy through and through. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, I don't know. Like, football is it's been a part of my life for so long. So I mean, I don't even know what I'd be doing without football right now. But like, I just want teams to know, like, hey man, like, we're getting a guy that loves to play football, that loves to be around the guys, that loves to just be in the locker room, hanging out, that's locked in meetings, that's locked in during practice, that's locked in during games, and that also, like I said, has a dog mentality that when that switch needs to flip, it's flipped, and then it's go time.
Yeah. Hey, kill mode.
Yes, sir. Kill mode.
and,
Yes, sir.
and I want to piggyback what you said. Like, you're a super cool guy. I'm not just saying it to make you feel good about yourself. You're a really cool, down to earth guy, man. Like,
Yes, sir.
I seen that you were cheering other people on, but when it was your turn,
Yeah, let's go.
God so help the other person you going up against, man. Like, you bring that energy, bro. So it's like, I would argue you probably go upper 4.3s as far as how your on field speed is.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I
Yep.
mean? You're the
Yep.
perfect package of a human. Like, man, you got just a mom and dad who just pour into you. People, a lot of people love on you, man, and it shows, man. And you're really carrying the torch and how you care about others as well too. But then you're truly a football mind. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
you
sir. Yep.
love the game. You're able to adapt. Like, you are a plug and play player. And if given the opportunity, man, even if it's a small, but like, you will make the most of it. And NFL teams, whatever team selects you, bro, they're going to love having you on the team, bro.
Yes,
So
sir. Yeah.
yeah, you're a
Another
big,
thing is, I would say, like, also, like, what I want teams to know is, like, you're getting the special teamers too. I know I didn't play a lot of special teams at Rice,
yeah.
due to my role in the offense and stuff. But man, I'm down to go in there and play special teams, and like I said, man, do whatever it takes to to help the team win. I'm down to run down on kickoff, play left guard on punt, play right guard on punt, be a gunner. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Just you're getting a guy that wants to go out there and play. So yeah.
Man, love it. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 NFL draft prospect at a Lamar University running back, one of the best. I'll say I need him to be on your radar as one of the best running backs in this year's draft, Kalan Griffin. Kalan, dude, thank you so much for coming on the show today, man.
Yes, sir, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, comment below which team you would love to see him a part of. I know y'all saw those highlights. I know you enjoyed them just as much as we did. Also, as well, if you want to follow him on social media, get inspired. I'll have all the descriptions to socials down below. Twitter, Instagram, you'll be able to take a follow him on there. We'll catch you guys next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith. See y'all next time. Peace. Thank you for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, where we have exclusive NFL content and exclusive NFL interviews. Be sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. Follow us on social media. See you on the next one.